Hello everybody, aloha. This is Lila in Hawaii and it's Sunday. I'm making some lace display cards right now in the shape of some of my paper dolls because they serve a dual fold purpose. You can use them as an ornament on a bulletin board or in your sewing room by hanging them by the cord, or you can just actually put them in your sewing kit and cut off the lace when you need it. The lace is added to the bottom of the doll through holes, and it's just roughly stitched on with some cord. Each piece is 2 yards long, and that means there are 12 yards on each. So that's 2 I've completed. So let me show you how to start. The first thing is I like to go ahead and put a piece of lace, just curtain knitting or something, just at the back. That's just sort of a foundation, kind of gives it a little more substance. Then I've got my needle and thread here with some just some like fine string or something. And the next thing I'm going to do is sew on some bits of lace. Now I have 4 holes punched, and I'll show you how I do those. By the way I mount these is I print off the picture of the image, put it onto just regular printer paper, then glue it to cereal box, and then paint the back. And sometimes I paint the back with, in this case, pink, because I may use, a little bit of pink ribbon, pink trim or something. So this works equally well for ribbon and for lace. So now I've already sewn on that skirt foundation. So the next thing is to find some lace pieces. Someone gave me a whole bag of lace from the 50s and 60s, and it's mostly lace pieces like this, lace yardage, and that meant it would be used, on the bottom of a garment or something like that. It was sort of lace edging. Okay. And it doesn't matter if the bottoms get a little twisted. But anyway, I've put together a little bundle of lace. This is probably 2.5 meters long, but I'm going to have to reorganize it. It's not good. Okay, it's got a little too twisted. Okay, so I've folded it in half, folded the piece in half, and then I could simply fold it in half again, like so, but that's too long. That's going to be about 14 inches long. So I think what I'll do is I'll fold it into thirds. And that gives me 6 layers. So there it is. Now I'm going to take my needle and thread. I've already punched holes along the bottom, and I've got my thread with a knot on the end, and I'm just going to take a stitch just through the top like that. And then I'll go back out through the hole, and then I'm going to come back through the next hole. I've got 4 holes on this one. I'll come back to the next one, and I don't think I need, sometimes you need to put another catch stitch, but no, not in this case. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to put on this is some pink, and I've got about 1.5 meters of pink, so I'm going to go ahead and I'll fold it. I always start by folding it in half and then figure out if I want it in thirds or how I want it. So again, I think I need this in thirds. So there it is in thirds. And then see if I can pick up this. I decided to use sort of a beige board to sit it upon because I felt like it showed up better. Okay, so now through the top of those, and I've just got a darning needle with some fine string. Okay, so now I've done that, and I'll go back out. So this is the second hole, number 2. So that's basically the middle. Okay, and of course when you want to use the ribbon or the lace, you just snip these. Okay, so there, now I'm going to come out again at another place. This is the 3rd hole. So let me see, what have I got? I've got some of this. I don't know whether you've ever seen this. Back in the 50s and 60s, they used to print off the machines, the lace making machines, used to print off an assortment of lace like that. And so all you do is you snip between each of those little gadgets, and you just simply tear down the center. So that's one torn. And then you can tear the next down. Of course, you can cut it as well. And then you tear. And these are about 2 feet long, each of these pieces. So I have to decide. So obviously, it's not going to be the right length. So anyway, I'm going to gather up one piece. And I'm just simply folding these in half, these ones. 2. Okay. 3. I think that's enough. Now I've got 3 pieces. So here I go through here, just to hold it, and back out through. I'm going to go out through the same hole. That's number 3 hole there. Not too. I'm not making that too tight. Now the last hole, I'm coming back out this way. So I've got one more lot. And you see how full that's looking? Let's see. I will take. Okay, I think I'll go back to the first lace I had. And this one was about 2.5 meters. Okay, so I've folded in half. Folded in half. But folding into half again, no, that's not going to work. So I'll do half again. Have to sort of be careful and make sure it sort of meets at the top so you're catching all the layers. Okay, so this is the last one of these. Here we go through here. I'm sorry I'm doing this filming sideways. Trying to keep it all. Okay, so I've sewn the third one on. Not too much. Okay, so you can see now she's got pink and white as her gown. And the next thing to do, of course, is to fasten it off. Each of these fasten-offs, make sure that they're rather loose so when you come time to snip and you want to use your items, well then it's easy. Okay, so I've got that. Okay, so here we go. And you'll notice that the lengths are not even. Well, you can notice that. But there she is. And now she needs something to just put across the waist. I made a little, because she's got some pink, I made a little pink bow. So maybe that would be good. Now I'm going to have to go back to the, this would be like the third hole, I think. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, third hole. Wrap it around and go back down to the next hole. It's quite fiddly with all the lace getting in the way. This is just some silk ribbon, a silk ribbon piece I had, so I decided that would work. So there she is with the silk ribbon there. Okay, now all that's needed is to fasten off the back somehow, just to hold it together. Nothing too fancy because you want to be able to snip all of this. And then the last thing is, of course, to make the hanger. So there she is in all her glory, pink and white lace, and she's even got 2 meters of silk ribbon if you want to use that. Okay, so now I'm going to take some of this gold cord and I take about a foot and make an overhand knot on the 2 ends. like this. I don't know whether I ever mentioned much about my personal life. I don't like to really talk about it, but when I finished high school and I was waiting to get into a college of nursing, I worked in a ribbon factory. We made ribbons and laces, and it was in a place called Onehunga in Auckland, New Zealand. And I worked there for 2 or 3 months, and it gave me quite an insight as to how you do this sort of thing, make these. It was a Swiss company. Okay, so now I've got this, and I'm going to glue it to the back. And if you want to really make it tidy at the back, you can add another piece of lace or something. Okay, so here we go. There it is. So there it is. That's attached to the back. And so here she is in all her glory. So that's how you do that. Very easy. Let me pick it up. And I'll see if I can show you a better view. So there's the doll. That's how I sewed it on. I had already cut her out and added some glitter there.